EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for L.A. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They try the left side here with Williams. Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 8. 49 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Herbert off of play action. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A first down carry for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back to throw here, Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On 2nd down now. It's Henry, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Derrick Henry, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Time to go, night. Watch 36 to my Cowboy 80. It's just me and 70 Ranger.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Play action. It's Herbert. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together. Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Williams brings it in. Touchdown. Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert taking a shot for Samuel. He's got a man, complete, and all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for L.A. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you win 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Henry again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go, defense.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught by Williams for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken.
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Steps away to his left. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Fighting to stay up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Tillery able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the big...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Jalen Guyton
there to make the grab.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Buying time to his left. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate, The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Jerry Tillery in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.